Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. I am the Lone Ranger, here where we talk about how to save money when you're buying or selling real estate, when the right time to refinance is, how to get a first-time home buyer into buying a first home. Is it the right thing to do right now? Is the market and the opportunity in your rearview mirror? I don't think so. Here's why. You know, I'm getting calls, and I've got with me Cleve Loveland of Loveland Properties. If you have any questions for Cleve, you can call him up at 407-352-8118. So, you know, it's really interesting, Cleve. I get phone calls from people saying, you know what, homes are at an all-time high.
I don't know if it's,
or I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, let me just put this in perspective. They were at an all-time high yesterday. They were at an all-time high the day before that, the year before that, the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. They're always at an all-time high.
Yeah.
That's what real estate does. That's why you buy real estate.
Yep.
It doesn't go down in value. Don't call me up and go, I bought a house in 2006 and it went down in value.
If
and
you held it for 10 years, you didn't get hurt.
If you held it for 10 years, you didn't get hurt, right? If you were forced to sell it, you did. So granted, out of the last 50 years, we had 2 bad years, okay? If you would have bought during those 2 bad years, I will agree with you that was bad. You show me one thing that you can, out of 50 years, you can get 48 of them are great in any investment. I don't know what that is. Real estate. And anybody that owns property right now, you're getting rich. Okay? You're getting rich on real estate. You could look back and go, boy, if I had 10 of those, I'd have been able to retire by now.
We always say I haven't met many rich renters.
There is no such thing as a rich renter. But listen, we only got a couple minutes because it's Sunday. Everybody's got to get back to their chores and they're driving home from church on the way to church. And I wanted to talk about this because I'm hearing people say that there's no way to negotiate closing costs for the buyer because there's too many offers on the table and sellers just won't do it. So I got a call from an agent that was representing a seller on one of Cleve and I's mutual clients. And he's a repeat client for us. The guy says, you're out of your mind. How could you ask for $10,000 in closing costs on this house? And I'm like, well, why wouldn't we? And he's like, don't you understand what the market's like? Apparently he didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently you are uninformed as to who I am. Okay. I am completely informed as to what's going on the market. Probably have the pulse on it more than most people do. So I said, just negotiate your deal then. If you don't like the 10 grand, negotiate it. My buyer's smart. He's got Cleve on the case and his agents. You'll figure it out. So at the end of the day, I got a contract comes in 2 days later, and it's got $7,000 in closing costs for my buyer in a market where nobody gets closing costs. Now, the story doesn't end there because I was totally impressed. But Cleve, this is 2 transactions just in the last 45 days that I have of Cleve's where they negotiated closing costs for the buyer when everybody else is saying it's impossible. It can't be done. Now, here's the thing. Your buyer went back and then renegotiated again after the inspection,
had some repairs,
and got another $1,500.
Hey, I got somebody, Nanette and my team got somebody free solar panels. We got 40 grand off an $800,000 house.
So look at you got to have. Here's the thing: when you're choosing your real estate agent, you don't have to choose your cousin's best friend's sister. You don't have to choose the neighbor next door because you're drinking martinis with them on the weekend. Choose somebody that's going to look out for the biggest investment that you have. Choose the right people. You call me at 407-706-3313. Write that number down. It's really important you've always got my number handy. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. If you'd like to talk to Cleve and his team, call him at 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118 or CleveLoveland.com. Cleve, I want to thank you personally for joining me on my show today.
Thanks, Bruce. I can't say enough to you realtors out there listening. You got to use Bruce. He will get your loans closed.
And on time. We'll see you next or talk to you next week. Same time, same place.